Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing bad time. Doing bad time. Got myself a problem.
Looking for the
inside track on everything sports, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Sports World Radio, the fastest 2 hours of sports talk on the internet with your hosts, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann.
Hey, welcome to Sports World Radio's NFL Real Talk Show. That's right, the first NFL show, or really the second NFL show of the year. The first one where we're going to be picking all our games tonight. Going to be a lot of fun, so get ready for that. Let's get all the particulars out of the way, and then we'll get on with the show. It's going to be a short particulars. We do this show, NFL Real Talk, each and every Saturday night during the NFL season. 9 o'clock on the East, 6 o'clock on the West, and if you live in the Central,
8 p.m. 8 o'clock.
Okay, you got all three of them saying it now. That's right. We got the whole gang here. I know that's going to piss off a lot of people, especially Mr. Ryan Blazing, who is in the SportsWorldRadio.com chat room right now, because I am in there. I'm not signed in, but I am looking at the Sports World Radio chat room. So I know he's listening to the show live. I don't have to be in there to type. He could type all he wants, and he can hear my reply right here on the goddamn air, you son of a bitch.
He thinks we suck, by the way.
I think he does. Okay, really quick. Joining us, like he does each and every day on Sports World Radio, the co-host of Sports World Radio, Sean Mann, the Update Man. What's up, buddy?
I'm doing good, Jeff. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the NFL Real Talk. It's 5 minutes after the hour on the East Coast, 9:05, 6:05 p.m. on the West, on a very hot 88-degree day out here in the land of potatoes, Idaho.
All right, also joining us is the producer of Sports World Radio and NFL Real Talk, Josh Lopez. What's up, buddy?
How's it going, everybody? I'm going to win the NFL Pick'em League this year.
And, of course, also the guy who joins us each and every Tuesday and Thursday in the second hour of our show, the big wind himself from Bumblebee Blue, Indiana, Frank Sprankle. What's up, buddy?
Do you know it's 7 weeks till Halloween?
Thank God.
7 weeks today is Halloween.
Yeah,
no
we're
joke.
gonna be doing a show on Halloween, so there's gonna be no trick or treating going on here.
Yeah, but hold on, wait, so I can talk about the NFL and hand out trick or treat candy at the same time.
I'm not gonna be doing that. So
Frank.
the first thing that Ryan says in the SportsWorldRadio.com chat room is, screw Josh Lopez. Actually, he says the real expert is here. Screw Josh Lopez. Frank Sprankle is a fat, annoying loser.
That's fine, but I'm not fat, dude. He's probably fat. He's probably fat, the one that's fat, dude.
He's a lazy son of a bitch who has no life. Shut up, Ryan Blake,
I
before you
said
get your ass kicked.
I said this to Josh the other night on Skype about Ryan, and I'm going to say it on the air so Ryan can hear it. Okay? Hey, Ryan, I know deep down, dude, you really like this show. Because if you didn't, you would not be here every day, you rat bastard. So I know you like the show. And you want to know something? I appreciate you coming in, whether you like us, whether you don't like us, whether you rip us, whether you don't rip us. It doesn't matter to me.
Freedom of speech is welcome, dude.
That's right. Thank you very much for hanging out with us and listening to us here on Sports World Radio, because I know deep down you really like the show. I know it. I know it for a fact. Sean is an annoying drunk.
Whoa, dude!
That's what Ryan just said. Sean, you're an annoying drunk. I like him better when he's drunk. He's funnier. Okay, Ryan? All right, so we got a lot to do in a short amount of time to do it. Right, boys?
That we do.
All right, what do you say we
All
get going?
All right, the NFL Real Talk in full swing for the many of Saturday nights where us will go over the games. The first game is already in the books. It's already taken care of. We talked a little bit about this game yesterday. Frank, I got to hear your quick perspective before we get into Week 1 early morning games. New England over Pittsburgh. What did you think of that game on Thursday night?
Hey, it was a great game. Oh, sorry. It was a great game, but I was surprised the score was a little closer than what I thought it was going to be, because I thought that, obviously, it seems that the Deflategate's in the rearview mirror, and you got to admit, after this judge, and these Patriots fans should be applauding this judge here, but after this judge sided with Tom Brady, eliminate the 4-game suspension, you know that's going to give the Patriots an extra boost. I'm telling you, the Patriots, they're going to win a lot of games, especially in the early going, and it's all because of Tom Brady.
I can agree with that, too, when you think about it. And what was the big headline that I saw on WEEI out of Boston? They were saying that one of the things that hurt the Pittsburgh Steelers, Frank and Josh and Jeff, was the fact that the Pittsburgh Steelers really hurt themselves with missed opportunities. They, the turnover, they had a chance when it was 21-14 to pick up a fumble. That didn't happen, and the Gronk comes up there and picks up the fumble that gives New England the 28-14 lead. So there was a lot of missed opportunities, gentlemen, when you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, and even Wes admits that too, that the Patriots own us, and he goes, defense was miserable all night a little bit.
It's an old defense, though. What do you expect? The thing is, the Pittsburgh Steelers at one time were a great team, but they are an older team now. They're getting old, and when you get old, physically you can't adapt to the game anymore. And I think we're going to start to see that from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
As we get into the first game real quickly, Jeff and I know Josh, we talked about this too, buddy, on many of our Skype conference calls. That when we talked about the Pittsburgh Steelers, their defense does not look good. You were even saying that even before the season started that Pittsburgh was not expected to be good this year.
I don't think they're going to be worth a hell of beans this year. You got Antonio Brown, but it's him and everybody else. You got too many players in there too focused on themselves and getting in trouble outside the field. And I think the Steelers are going to miss the playoffs this year.
Do you think, gentlemen, before we get to the first game, and Jeff, here's a question for you. Do you think that losing Troy Polamalu is going to impact the Steelers throughout the course of the season?
I think it is from a negative standpoint, because this guy was the proven leader of that defense.
Well, I don't think it's him. I think it's Dick LeBeau more than Troy Polamalu.
This guy's been in the game since 1959.
Correct.
And Dick LeBeau's not there no more, is he?
Nope, he's not there anymore, Jeff.
All right. So
and
that defense is going to change big time. Ain't it?
It sure will.
Hey, remember, too, they also signed the 35-year-old Michael Vick to back up Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, that's hilarious in itself right there.
As far as the Patriots go at 11 minutes after the hour, I could tell you that the Patriots looked great. Brady was pumped. He was ready. The fans were. New England's got some things to work on, though. Got to improve a little bit better on the defense, too, because Pittsburgh had chances to get back in, and New England, if they want to get a chance to repeat and win the.
Well, where'd he go?
Yeah, exactly.
Great. Frank dropped off, too. Hey, you know something? This show is brought to you by JockJournal.com. Head on over to JockJournal.com. Check out all their writers, their opinions, and their discussions on JockJournal.com. What, we lose everybody?
I'm here. You hear me, Jeff?
Yeah, I hear you, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, we lost Frank. Sean's MIA.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I love it. He probably hit his mute button by accident. Doesn't even know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that happens a lot with him.
I think the point was trying to make that I was going to tell him that it's kind of too early to assess how the Patriots are going to be throughout the whole season just off of one game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hey, who knows what's going to happen?
True.
Looks like Frank lost his internet totally.
Yeah.
Way to go, boys.
Nice.
And Sean is probably still talking and doesn't realize he's not on the air.
Yeah.
You know how Sean is. You know? Sean, what the hell are you doing, buddy?
Me?
No. His box is like blue, but I can't even hang up on his ass. Hang up on him.
Well, if I hang up, I don't have that option on me.
You don't have the option on him? On you?
No.
Put your cursor over him.
I don't have a cursor on him. I'm on my phone.
Oh, that's right. Great. Excellent. So we're having a great Skype show. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going to fix this whole situation right freaking now. Hold on 1 second. Watch this. I'm going to fix the whole kit and caboodle. You're back, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Sean, you back with us? Yeah, see, Sean's shot. Sean's offline, I bet you. Sean, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, what happened to you, buddy?
I don't know. I had some stinking technical difficulties, but I'm back right now.
That's what
That
you
was
get.
weird.
That's what you get for Saturday night, man. You know?
And Frank, is he back?
No, Frank's freaking internet is shot, too.
Okay, we were talking about New England, that they've got a little bit of stuff to work on. But we have other games that we have to get to, so I suppose we better get the show on the road here at 14 minutes after the hour, back after some difficulties. The first game we get to, gentlemen, it'll be the Indianapolis Colts. They will be at the Buffalo Bills. What's your thoughts about this game, Josh and Jeff?
Who wants to go first?
Frank,
I
why
don't
don't
know.
you go?
I'm back, my
Frank, why don't you go first?
Well, I'll tell you this. Look, I'm expecting great things from the Indianapolis Colts this year. I'm expecting them to be a Super Bowl contender. They've taken strides ever since this new regime of Ryan Grigson, Chuck Pagano, and yes, Andrew Luck at the quarterback spot. I am very impressed. Buffalo, look, they've been a team that has had years of struggles. They got a new owner. I think the Buffalo Bills have some pretty good football ahead of them. Rex Ryan, terrific hire, but for now, I got to take Indianapolis.
Boy, that's the
I'll go
long
next.
boy. You know what? That's the long way around. You know what? I'm going to make my pick. I'm taking the Colts. See how easy that was?
I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts, too. They've had trouble on the road. They're going up to Buffalo tomorrow in a hostile environment, but Colts have what it takes to win because of all their new additions. Buffalo, I don't have any good expectations for them this year because we don't even know anything about who this new quarterback is. Colts, Josh, you're next.
I'm going to go with the Colts as well, Stu. I mean, Bills got LaShawn McCoy, but they got no other offensive weapons. It's just that simple.
All right, let's move over to the next game. Green Bay facing Chicago in Chicago. Frank?
Guys, I know many people are taking the Green Bay Packers.
Hey, hold up, Frank. Before you move on, Sean, you introduce the games after each one, all right, bud?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Okay.
The next game we get to, this game will be on Fox Sports, I believe, tomorrow. I got this game. It's an old rivalry.
Okay,
NFC
you know
North
something?
matchup,
You know
Packers-
something? Hold on 1 second. I'm calling something. I'm going to introduce the games because he takes too damn long. We got to move fast. We got 16 games and we only got 45
Well, we're not
to
going to be
move
able
it.
to give 15
I
games for an hour. I'm sorry.
understand that, Josh, but I'm moving the show along a little faster than because it's moving too slow for me.
Okay, well, you want to be tense and speed these
Let's
games
go.
up. I mean,
I'm
all
going to.
means.
Watch. Okay, let's move it. Green Bay at Chicago. Frank, who you picking?
Okay, fine. Two simple words. The Bears.
Thank you very much. Frank? Sean?
Packers.
Josh?
Bears.
Thank you. I'm taking the Bears as well. Let's go to the next
Bears.
game. Seattle's taking on St. Louis in St. Louis. Let's go over to Sean. Sean, who you picking?
This is a good matchup. You got Seattle who goes to St. Louis, and every time the Seahawks play the Rams do give them trouble. I like Seattle in this game. I expect to be close tomorrow. Seahawks.
Frank?
They still have youth on their side. I don't know how good the Rams are. They had a good run toward the end of the season, but I got to take the proven winner to this point. That's the Seattle Seahawks.
And Josh?
Seahawks.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks as well. I don't think St. Louis is ready to take that step that everybody's expecting them to take. Not against Seattle. I'm taking Seattle in this game. Let's move over to the next game. You got the New York Jets hosting Cleveland. Frank?
Boy, not really an interesting game if you look at it because many people think that these two teams, they've not been good organizations over the last 2 years. Mediocre, but I'm taking the New York Jets.
Sean?
I agree with Frank. I look at how different it'll be. Todd Bowles starts his era as Jets coach. He goes up against the Browns, and Browns have Josh McCown. At least they don't have Johnny Manziel. I'm going to go with the New York Jets in this game.
Josh, I'm sorry.
Jets.
Everybody's taking the Jets? Nobody's taking Cleveland in this game? Who's the
No.
quarterback for the Jets?
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Now let me ask you something really quick, Sean. Is he a better quarterback than Geno Smith?
Yes.
Do you
because
think
of
he would have won out and out the job, even if Geno didn't get hurt?
No, I'm pretty sure they probably would have gone with Geno, but right now you go with Ryan Fitzpatrick because he has the quarterback experience for the Jets. Because he's been in the NFL.
I happen to think they're going to be better off with Ryan Fitzpatrick than they are with Geno Smith. All right, let's move over to the next game. Miami going into Washington to take on Washington Redskins. Let's go with Sean.
Carry one arm. Wherever the heck you are, get ready for a long, brutal season.
He's not
You're going
hanging.
to go 0-1, and you're going to lose to the Dolphins.
He's not hanging out with us no more. You know? Especially during football season, he ain't going to be hanging out with us.
He's
when
in high.
When the Redskins win, he's going to have hail to the Redskins, and he's going to stick it in Jeff's face.
Lots
Hey,
of
Kirk
luck with
Cousins
that.
is starting this game tomorrow for Washington, isn't he?
Yes. Well, they moved RG3 to the number 3 spot in quarterback. He's the
Dude,
third
how
quarterback.
bad is that? Oh my goodness!
No, I agree.
Frank, when you look at the Redskins, Frank, you know it's going to be a long year for them, and they're not going to be any better. So you got to go with Miami.
That's what I'm taking. I'm taking the Dolphins.
You're taking the Dolphins. Josh?
Josh.
Miami.
You're taking Dolphins. Sean?
Oh, yeah, I already said Dolphins.
And I'm taking the Dolphins as well. Even though I don't think Tannehill is a good quarterback. And why they paid him all that money, I'll never know. But if he doesn't prove it, then we'll see, right?
I think the window is starting to run out on Ryan Tannehill. I think the Dolphins fans are starting to be impatient. Like, okay, when are we going to make the playoffs? When are we finally going to contend with the New England Patriots? I think the pressure is on Ryan Tannehill this year.
Frank, and the way I look at it too, Josh, you know, we've talked about this in numerous Skype calls too, that the Dolphins' defense is not bad. It improved with getting new Dominic Sue, but their offense is still the big question mark.
Yes. And if Tannehill can hold it together and do what he's supposed to do and manage the game, not have any turnovers, but manage the game, they should be fine. But I listen, there's a lot of people picking them to win the AFC East over the Patriots this year. I don't get that at all, especially after the way the Patriots played Thursday night. Yes, they do have some things to fix, but they look pretty good, right?
New England did.
All right, let's go over to the next game. We got the Carolina Panthers heading into Jacksonville to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh?
Carolina.
All right, Frank?
I have before I make my pick, I just have one question. Can we honestly say this is the expansion of 1995 Bowl?
These are the two teams that came in together, right, in 1995?
1995, 20 years ago.
Wow.
20 years later, they're meeting in the first game of the regular season. I'm taking Carolina.
I am so glad. I know, Jeff, you're going to get to me next, but I'm going to make a point. I am so glad that this game, Carolina and Jacksonville, is not on my television tomorrow because I don't give a flying fig Newton about these two teams. I'll take the Panthers anyway.
What's on your TV tomorrow, by the way?
I believe I got the Packers and the Bears, and I got the Chiefs. Let's see. I know that the Ravens and the Broncos play for the doubleheader on CBS, and I got the Sunday night game.
You got a doubleheader on CBS tomorrow?
Doubleheader on CBS.
We don't get a doubleheader on CBS because the Bears play.
Now remember,
home.
Seattle and St. Louis because I live 5 hours away from Seattle.
What about you, Josh?
No comment.
Why
Dude,
not?
you only get one game like I do on CBS because the Bears are the early game and they're at home. We're blacked out of the CBS early game.
Really? See, I get
we are, dude.
I get a CBS early game. I get the Chiefs and Texans. Whoopie ding dang doo.
Wait, aren't you blacked out of the CBS late game because the Chargers are on Fox at home tomorrow?
Yeah. No, there is no late game for me tomorrow on CBS.
Yeah, because the Chargers are at home on the other network.
Chargers
That's
are on
where you're-
Fox, right? And see, I don't have a morning game on Fox, but I have a morning game on CBS and an afternoon game on Fox, and then I got the evening game on NBC. So I only have 3 games tomorrow.
And the Ravens and the Broncos, though, is expected. I was expecting it was because I live out here in the West Coast. There are a lot of Bronco fans where I live, too.
Okay, so everybody's taking Carolina in this game, right?
I am. How many people
Yeah.
are actually watching this game on CBS? Hardly
I'm
anybody.
not even going to watch it. I'm not watching it. I don't give a fig.
The only
Newton.
people who are watching this game are the people who live in Carolina and Jacksonville.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I got no interest in that game whatsoever. None. Zilch.
You'll be
Zippo.
sleeping. Won't you be sleeping at the time?
At 10 o'clock in the morning? Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
You won't miss much.
No, well, Well, I don't know. I was up till freaking 8 o'clock this morning today before I went to sleep. All right, let's go
Ready
over
for
to
the next one?
Yeah, ready for the next
one.
Let's go over to the Houston Texans hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. Josh,
Kansas City.
Frank.
I'm going the opposite route of the hump. Houston.
Oh, really?
Whoa, why the Houston Texans there?
They did. I'll
Frank?
tell you what. They did play some pretty good football down the stretch. They barely, they barely missed out on the playoffs. They were eliminated the last week of the season. It was a long shot.
Yeah,
for
but
them
who is
anyway.
the? Okay, let me ask you a question, Frank. Who was their quarterback while they were doing that?
Yeah, well, this year it's Brian Hoyer.
Okay, but who was their quarterback last year while they were doing that? Wasn't it
Oh, wait.
Fitzpatrick?
Oh, yes, that's right. It was Fitzpatrick.
And where's Fitzpatrick starting now?
Now the New York Jets.
Right. And now Brian Hoyer is the.
But he did help. But hold on, didn't the Browns win games with Hoyer last year? Early on in the season.
You know, I kind of find it funny. Hoyer was the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback last year. He leaves, and Johnny Manziel can't even become the starting quarterback in Cleveland.
Because Manziel sucks. What do you
Exactly
expect?
right. What does that tell you about Johnny Manziel? And now you
Johnny
got freaking
Frost.
RG3 moving down to number 3 on the Redskins chart. Yeah, Heisman Trophy winner, scratch my ass.
You know what they should do? They should just retire to that Heisman house.
Ridiculous.
Seriously, Nissan has a commercial where they have a Heisman house. That's where they should just retire
Ridiculous.
because their careers aren't going anywhere. I'm taking the Texans.
You are taking the Texans, really?
I
Wow.
go with the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Kansas City will go into Houston, but it's always been tough for teams to go down to Houston.
Josh, you pick already?
Yeah.
You took the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Why are you so quiet, buddy?
Well, you wanted to go rapid pace. The show's about to end in 20 minutes, so let's go.
Dude, he is right there, dude.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
Well,
speed this up, dude.
I don't want it to go too slow. This is the right speed.
Well,
this way,
you're speeding us for the first 3 games, and now we're taking our time and analyzing.
No, this
both
is how
teams now.
This is how Sean and I have been doing the show every single
No,
year.
it hasn't. I was with you guys for the last NFL Real Talk, and it was just like what you guys are doing right now. What you just did 10 minutes ago was like, dude.
This is how we've been doing the show for the last 5 years, just the way we're doing it right now, right, Sean?
Right. But I was going to get into the game. I was just having a little bit of fun.
I don't want to get. There's no reason to get into each game. Give your statement, give your thing, what you want to say, and this way we can just move on. That's how we've always done the show. There's no reason to change it. You know. So I'm taking Kansas, and I'm taking Kansas City as well in this thing. I think Alex Smith and the Kansas City Chiefs offense is finally going to be banging this year. Even though they don't have Bo anymore, and they didn't throw a freaking pass to a wide receiver almost all year last year, right? How crazy is that? All right, let's move over. Let's move over to Shaba's game. Arizona is hosting the Saints in Arizona. Let's go over to Josh.
Arizona.
Frank?
I'm going with the New Orleans Saints.
New Orleans Saints, huh?
That's how they say New Orleans. Shaba would know better. Shaba knows those people down there. New Orleans.
I believe that with this matchup, I got to go with the New Orleans Saints in this game. Drew Brees, I think, is going to have a big impact on late Sunday afternoon for the first late Sunday afternoon games against a Cardinals team that surprised a lot of people last year by just getting to the playoffs. I don't think anybody expected them to be a playoff team last year. Will they be a playoff team this year? Time will tell.
I'm going to take the Saints as well in this game, I think. I think Drew Brees and the Saints are going to have a bounce back year. And if they don't, there's going to be a lot of changes going on in New Orleans. I'm going to take the Saints. Let's move over to the Chargers hosting the Detroit Lions. Frank?
The Chargers hosting the Lions. I'll tell you this. All right, first of all, I disagree with Jim Miller. I don't think the Detroit Lions are going to win the Super Bowl, but I do think they're going to win this game. I am taking the Lions.
You keep bringing that guy up, don't you, buddy?
Who, Jim Miller? I
Yeah.
found that story, dude. I was doing my work late Tuesday, early into Tuesday morning because I work overnights now.
Right.
Dude, I found that interesting article. I thought it'd be great. Detroit Lions win the Super Bowl. The world's coming to an end.
You're going to freak out. You're going to have a heart attack if that actually happens, aren't you?
If they beat the Packers, I would.
Yeah, you're really going to have a heart attack if they end up in the Super Bowl. I know you are. I don't believe they're going to either.
I may die if it's them in Jacksonville or them in Cleveland.
I don't believe they're going to either. But it sure as hell would be funny. After you've been ripping the guy for the whole football season and then all of a sudden they're in the Super Bowl?
Wait, Jim Miller?
Yeah.
Jim Miller, I've actually met the guy. He is cool. He had a great tenure with the Bears. Look, I think they have the potential to get back into the playoffs, but I just don't see them as a Super Bowl team.
I don't see him as a Super Bowl team either, especially since they lost Sue.
Of course, that was the heart and soul of their team, the defense. But you know what? They do have some pretty good wide receivers.
And they don't have Reggie Bush no more.
Dude, that guy, how old is Bush now?
He's old enough. He should be retiring pretty soon. Hey, didn't Trent Richardson retire?
Trent, no, was he? He's with the Raiders.
He did go to the Raiders? I thought I saw something where he retired.
Well, the Colts cut ties with him, and then he went over to the Raiders. But, dude, how could somebody like Trent Richardson retire at such a young age, Bust?
Because he's not a good NFL football player?
Oh, of course.
His best years were in college, so they're behind him.
I'm telling you, these great players, they have trouble adjusting to the NFL life and NFL playbook.
Sean, who you taking? Sean, who you taking?
In this game between the Lions and the Chargers, look, one of the things I can assess about the Detroit Lions is that I don't expect them to be the same team like we saw last year by them getting to the playoffs. I do go with the Chargers in this game. I believe Phillip Rivers is going to have a big performance tomorrow afternoon down in San Diego.
I think so, too. And you want to know something? It shouldn't be that hot out here tomorrow. The weather's starting to finally break, and we're starting – actually, you know what? We're coming into a rainstorm. We should be getting rain for the next 3 days pretty soon.
But the weather will be fine for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Josh, your thoughts on tomorrow's game between the Chargers hosting the Lions?
Got the Chargers.
He's taking the Chargers. All right, let's move over to the Denver Broncos hosting the Baltimore Ravens. This is going to be a good game.
I think when you look at this matchup between Baltimore and Denver, this is definitely one of the games of the week. Had the Giants and maybe the Cowboys not played, I probably would have also put this as a Sunday night possibility. Think about it. The last time these two teams played, what did the Baltimore Ravens do in that playoff game? They went into Denver and upset the Broncos, and arguably one of the greatest playoff football games I've ever seen. What do you think of it, Frank, between Baltimore and Denver?
I do think the Ravens are stacked. It seems that their defense is starting to click again. There's a lot of expectations, too, for Joe Flacco. But here's another thing, too. Peyton Manning is starting to get old now. I mean, understand, the guy's 39 years old, but I noticed this in the preseason and toward the end of last year, especially in that playoff loss to the Colts. Peyton Manning just seems to have trouble throwing the football these days.
Well, he's got no feeling in his freaking fingers. What do you expect?
Okay. Well, you know what? I gotta take the Ravens. I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos missed the playoffs.
I would not be surprised either, but first, I'm going to say that the Baltimore Ravens, they're going to go up into Denver and they're going to beat them tomorrow. I think the Ravens look a lot better. I think Joe Flacco is ready for a big season this year, and Baltimore is a team that is always a threat in the AFC or in the NFL.
Ravens for me too. By the way, did you guys see the new insurance commercial with Peyton Manning?
Which one is that?
Dude, and he did a new nationwide insurance commercial.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
No, I have not seen it.
Check it out. They do have chicken parmesan.
Jeff, we go to you. What's your thoughts on this Baltimore-Denver game tomorrow?
Well, you know me. I'm a big proponent. I love Joe Flacco. I think it's a great football name. I really like the Baltimore Ravens, but it's at home. It's in Denver. It is the opener. Even though I am not a Denver Bronco fan or a Peyton Manning fan, I still think Denver's going to win that game. I'm taking Denver. Josh?
Josh, your thoughts?
Ravens.
He's taking the Ravens.
quote the Ravens, nevermore.
Well, you can't go wrong with either pick in this game. I think really, if this game was in Baltimore, I'd probably take the Ravens in this game.
The next game we get to, it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to the Black Hole to take on the Raiders.
You know what? I'm going to go first in this game because I'm an Andy Dalton fan. I've taken the Cincinnati Bengals year after year after year as my dark horse team, and they haven't done squat, but I'm still an Andy Dalton guy. I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals to go into Oakland, into that black hole, and beat them.
I want to go next because I have a point to make with the Cincinnati Bengals this season. You have them as the dark horse team, Jeff. You do every year in the years that we've done shows together. The big question is, I believe the Bengals are going to be a good team this year. I believe they can make the playoffs, but when they get there, here's the thing about the Bengals too, Frank, that you and I can kind of go over, and Josh. Every time it seems like the Bengals always have a good season. I think the Bengals are like saying, we have these great years, but we just can't win a playoff game.
Yeah, but
I'm going to go with the Bengals, but they just can't win a playoff game.
But at least they get to the playoffs.
Bengals myself.
At least they get to the playoffs, unlike the Dallas Cowboys who don't get there 8-8 after year after year. Okay?
Yeah, they do. They get to week 17 in contention, then they lose their one-game playoff.
Right, exactly. But at least Andy Dalton gets the Bengals to the playoffs.
I'm taking the Bengals.
Frank, the way you have to look at the Bengals this year is that can Andy Dalton keep learning? I think he has grown a lot. He's a great quarterback.
I know he better learn, too.
But I know what you're saying, Jeff, that it seems like, okay, at least they get there, but they want to try to get the monkey off their back. And what I'm trying to get at with that phrase is that they want to just end that playoff drought and try to win a playoff game or two. Who knows? Josh, what's your thoughts on
I'm expecting them to. I'm expecting them to this year.
They better, because the patience is running thin in Cincinnati.
And who knows what's going to happen with Marvin Lewis. Josh, your thoughts about Cincinnati and Oakland?
I'm going with the Raiders.
Ooh.
Why?
The upset special. Josh picks the Raiders. What is with you and the Raiders there, bud?
Hey, Sean, what's Josh got the Raiders record this year? He's got a lot of wins for them this year, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
If I remember correctly, he's got a lot of Raider wins this year. Right? That's one of his That's one of his dark horse teams, if I remember correctly.
That's right. And Josh and I were going over the Oakland Raiders and the AFC West. Josh, you have the Raiders to be 10-6.
Yeah.
This
What's
year.
up with that, buddy?
Josh.
Right, you don't want to.
It is what it is.
You don't want to elaborate?
Nope.
10-6 this year. Does he got them winning the AFC West?
Josh, I believe when I get over to his picks, just a minute, let me find it real quickly. In the AFC West, he has Denver 10-6, Oakland 10-6, the Chargers 9-7, and the Chiefs 8-8.
Wow. So he's got Denver and Oakland tied in the AFC West this year.
Right on.
And last year he was dead right about freaking San Francisco. You know what? That kind of scares me a little bit. That kind of scares me a little bit with his freaking prediction like that. Because last year he nailed his 49er prediction.
The next matchup we get to, and Josh, I know you and I have talked about this. How about a game of little importance, just like Carolina and Jacksonville? Tennessee at Tampa Bay.
I'm going with Tampa Bay.
Hey, it's the two top draft picks going at this game.
Correct. The two
top draft picks, two quarterbacks.
Correct.
Frank, who you got in
Mariota.
the game there, Frankster?
Yeah, Mariota
I'm going with Tampa Bay. I'm really impressed with Lovie Smith as a head coach. I was when he was in Chicago. I think a second year is going to do him good.
Your thoughts, though, real quickly, Frank, with the Tennessee Titans. How would you look at them this year? Are they going to improve, or are we going to just kind of see the same Titans that we saw last year?
I think they're a work in progress. I don't think they're a team ready to make the playoffs. Of course, they have a new quarterback in Marcus Mariota, but the guy's got to learn the NFL system. But I think as far as who has the better team for the rookies, whether it's Mariota with Tennessee or Winston with Tampa Bay, I think it's Jameis Winston. I think for the Tennessee Titans, you're hoping I got to see the improvement.
Me, I'll go next. I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers myself. Tennessee, like you said, Frank, they're not there. And Jeff, I will take a guess you're going to go with Tampa Bay.
Okay, Sean, you know something? This game really means no zilch, zip, nothing to me, no importance whatsoever. Okay? Originally, I had Tampa Bay. Originally, I just switched it over to Tennessee.
Oh, you're taking the Titans.
I don't know.
Why is this game even broadcast on television?
I don't
Because
know.
it has to be.
This is like resemblance of the Chicago Blackhawks in 04, where they shouldn't have any license on TV or radio.
Should the Jacksonville Carolina game be televised too?
Yeah, add that to the list as well. And the Browns and Jets.
And wait till we get to the 2 Monday Night Football games.
Because, Josh, it's Jameson Winston's debut. They got to have it on TV.
Freaking deal.
Well, it's not only Jameson Winston's debut, it's Mariota's debut too, ain't it?
Yeah, it's the debut of two jabronis.
Yeah, and I don't you know what? I'm happy I don't have that game on TV.
39 minutes after the hour for the NFL Real Talk on the 12th of September. The next matchup, Sunday Night Football on NBC. It'll be the New York Football Giants at the Dallas Cowboys.
We got enough
Get
time
ready.
for this one?
Yep.
How many interceptions are we going to see in this game?
I say Tony throws 3.
3 and maybe 2 lost fumbles or something?
I say Tony throws 3 interceptions and loses 2 fumbles, but Eli throws 2 himself.
I expect that this game between the Giants and the Cowboys, gentlemen, are going to have a lot of high scoring.
Hey, hold on. What do you mean, Josh?
This game is meaningless. I get too fake. This rivalry is meaningless as the Yankees and Red Sox right now.
Well, the Red Sox, Yankees, even though this is NFL Real Talk, it's not as big as it used to be.
Not according to Giant and Cowboy fans, it ain't. It's one of the oldest rivalries in football, man.
Yeah, 2 teams out of 32.
And you got to remember this, too. I know, Jeff, you want so much revenge because the last 2 years the Cowboys have won 4 straight games against the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I picked the Giants in this game. I believe that Dallas, I look at the pick distribution, 87% to 13. The Cowboys, they lost a lot of pieces in the offseason. And they got a new running back, and how's he going to look this year? Frank, how do you look at the Dallas Cowboys?
Dude, the Dallas Cowboys. Listen, I think the Dallas Cowboys they're put too much on a pedestal because of who their owner is.
And
I really think that Jerry Jones is perhaps the worst thing that could happen to the Cowboys since they won their last Super Bowl. They had their time, but the fact is Jerry Jones is not doing business right.
And who their quarterback is, as well.
I wonder what all the experts will then be saying with Romo maybe being out of the top 10. Because remember, I have the entire list of quarterbacks, and Jeff did not have Romo on the list. Josh did not have Romo on the list, and I did not have Romo on the list.
It don't matter because if you ask Trent Dilfer, the Chiefs and Cowboys are going to be in the Super Bowl this year.
Really?
Yeah, according to Trent Dilfer, the Chiefs and the Cowboys are going to be in the Super Bowl.
I can't wait for that Super Bowl win in about 50 years. Will I be dead by then?
Yeah, according to him, it's going to happen this year in Super Bowl 50. Scratch my ass. You
And
like
Frank,
that, Josh? Josh, you like that video I just sent you?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty funny,
Frank,
huh?
And Frank, when you think about the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Giants, look at how much. Remember for a long time, Frank, that the Giants just started to always have their way in Dallas against the Cowboys. And Jeff, you always called that like the new Giants Stadium in Dallas. The Giants always beat them every time in Dallas.
That chick looks like Tony Romo trying to come up with an offensive strategy.
Is that funny, that video, dude? Do you like that? Yeah? I'm going to share that with Sean.
I want to elaborate a little bit on a couple of my other picks here, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
For Baltimore, I agree with everything you guys said about Peyton Manning. I think the fact that Gary Kubiak wants the Broncos to run more is not a good option. I don't care how old Peyton Manning is. Peyton Manning's only successful when it's a pass-heavy offense.
I think Peyton Manning shouldn't be doing many commercials. I'm being serious.
I agree with you as well. Oakland, they just got Aldon Smith. I think their defense is going to be stacked this year. I like Derek Carr. I like what they have on their offensive side. And they got Michael Crabtree for the 49ers last year, which I think is going to be a great help for the Raiders. And I think they're going to maul Andy Dalton tomorrow.
Oh, come on,
and now when we go to this game, I'm not watching this game. I'm just going to be fine. I'm not watching this game, and I'm not watching the Monday night games tomorrow, Monday.
Monday night games. That's ridiculous.
Well,
we have 2 games on Monday night.
You're going to be watching freaking wrestling anyway Monday night.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys here. I think Victor Cruz not playing tomorrow is going to affect the Giants tomorrow, so I'm going to go with the Cowgirls.
Giants are good. Okay. I'm going with the Giants. I'm going to go with the New York Giants. They're going to go into Dallas Cowboys Stadium just like they did when that son of a bitch opened, and they're going to beat the Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying, is that, think about it, Frank, that all the times when the Cowboys open up their new stadium, every time they played the Giants, the Giants always beat them, and then they finally get to them.
Yeah, for you it might be boring, but I can guarantee you that Sunday night game going to be very high rated. You might not be watching it, but a bunch of millions of other people will be.
Yeah, because I got to hear Chris Collinsworth and Bob Costas Sr., Al Michaels, calling the damn football game.
Dude, we don't need announcers. You know what we need? We just need the SAP button so we can get stadium sounds.
What does everybody have against Chris Collinsworth?
He stinks.
He sucks.
He's terrible.
He's worse than Phil Simms.
He's terrible.
Monday Night Football, the first of the doubleheader. You got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Atlanta Falcons. I'll go first. Eagles.
Who's watching this game? Not me.
No, I'm not.
It starts at 6 o'clock Central. I'm going to take the Eagles too, but can I say something? I'll say when we get to the Minnesota-San Francisco game.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait till we get to Minnesota.
You know something?
Right.
This game, the first Monday night game starts at 4:10 my time. We're going to be doing the show.
I've been hearing a bunch of wrestling experts saying, "Oh, WWE should be scared for the return of Monday Night Football." I looked at the schedule. I had probably the loudest laugh I had in about a few months.
Not with these two
Who
games.
gives two fake news about either of these games?
Yeah, not with these two freaking
ESPN
games.
wants ratings. Oh, let's dish out the Oregon Eagles against the Atlanta Falcons and the Fight Queens and the 69ers.
Yeah,
those are ratings getters.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch those two games. Yeah, if I want. Listen, I'm gonna watch those two games like I need a hole in the head.
Here's what I understand. Why do we need 2 games on Monday Night Football in Week 1? Is one good enough?
If you're gonna have a Monday night, here's my point of view. I'm kind of tired of the Monday Night Football format. I'm sorry. If you're not gonna have an interesting game, you shouldn't have a game on Monday night.
Correct.
It's that simple.
I agree with you. I am tired of the Monday night format. Put some good damn games on for Jiminy Cricket's sakes.
46 minutes after the hour. I know we got to get because we don't have much time left. But as we look at Philadelphia and Atlanta, what do you all expect to see out of the Eagles and the Falcons this year?
Not much. I mean, I can mention earlier, the Eagles are just trying to be the Oregon Eagles.
Right.
So, I don't care. Falcons, I think they may be a better team. They've made some smart decisions on the defensive side in the offseason and in the draft. So I think that helps. But in this game, Sean, I'm going to go with the Eagles.
I'm going to go with the Eagles. Oh, yeah, I already said Eagles, too. Frank, what's your thoughts about both Philadelphia and Atlanta this season?
Here's what I'll say for Atlanta. Of course, Atlanta, it seems that they have been in the thick the last few years. But as far as the Eagles go, I want to see what all of these new moves. You got Sam Bradford. I want to see what he can bring. You got rid of LaShawn McCoy. What is that? What is that going to do? You got DeMarco Murray. I want to see what all of these great moves are going to bring. Who cares about the preseason? This is it. And by the way, I don't want to hear any crying because Tim Tebow is gone. He's gone. Let it go.
Hey, I honestly would rather, and I'm not trying to be biased here or homerish, I'd rather see the Packers and Bears week 1 Monday night than either of these games.
I wouldn't mind seeing it as the lone Monday night game. We don't need a second game after that.
I'm okay with that, too. I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons at home.
Oh, against the Eagles.
That's right. I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons at home against the stinking Eagles. Screw them.
The other game on ESPN will be the Minnesota Vikings at the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay, Howard Cosell.
Wait, I forgot for the first game. We got 2 games, so let me do this now.
There you go. I'll take the 49ers in this game. Both teams I don't expect to see a lot out of this year, like the Vikings and the 49ers, but I'll go with San Francisco.
Are we ready for some pillows?
Yeah.
Pillows, yeah, a lot of people will be grabbing pillows come halftime.
That's a 7:20 game for me, man. That's still early. It's not sleep time yet.
On a week of Raw before a pay-per-view, I don't care what usually happens. Usually I don't watch basketball games on Monday nights when those happen, or even hockey games, even playoff instances. Jeff knows that. So why would I want to watch the Vikings against probably the worst team in football besides the Redskins this year?
Why do I have a feeling you're taking the Vikings in this game?
No, actually, I'm going to go with the 49ers with one of the only victories they're actually going to have this year.
I'm going to take the 49ers too. Listen, I want to say this. As far as Colin Kaepernick goes, he has proven to me that he is not a winner at all.
He's not even a quarterback.
Frank and Josh, when you look at the way the 49ers are going to be, think about it. They got a new offensive system. How is Kaepernick going to look this year for San Francisco? I don't think very effective.
They lost everything about their offense. They no longer have Frank Gore. Their head coach is a defensive guy. Where's the offense going to be? La La Land?
You know what? And you know what? With all that, what you just said, that's why I'm taking the Vikings. With what you just said right there, Josh, that's why I'm taking the Vikings in the game. Plus, I happen to think that Adrian Peterson's going to have a good game, and then he's going to get hurt in the second or third game. So,
my thinking about the Vikings, though, when you look at it, gentlemen, is how will Teddy Bridgewater be this year? What do you guys think about him?
I don't. It depends on how good the offensive line is, because
depends on it. Yeah, you're right. It depends on if Adrian Peterson can run the ball or not. Right?
Frank, what do you think?
Here's the thing, too. Adrian Peterson, look, who knows how good he's going to be this year? I think it's going to take some time for him to adjust being away from the NFL for a year, don't you think?
Yes, I agree with that.
I think so.
But I still think the Vikings are going to beat the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying the 49ers.
All right, I'm going to say for the scores for the...
I'm the only one taking the Vikings?
Yep.
Excellent.
Correct.
Excellent.
You are.
Excellent. That's another point. That's the point for me that puts me in first place. I like it.
Predict the scores for these games. I'm going to say San Francisco, you're going to beat Minnesota 21-17.
I had them one off from you, buddy. I had the 49ers winning. My bad, the 69ers winning 20-16.
Wow. I have.
Dude, wait, I was close. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Frank.
Because here's the thing. You said you had them 20. You had the Vikings scoring 21 points, right?
No, I did 21-16, and Josh
listen,
had 20-16.
I have 21 points for the Vikings as well. I have the Vikings win this game 21-10, so we're kind of close.
And I got the Vikings winning 24-17.
So I'm the only one that's picking the 49ers?
I'm picking San Francisco.
You said Minnesota, you freaking. I just heard you a couple seconds ago.
No, I didn't. I said San Francisco.
What's the score in that game for you then, Sean?
49ers 21, Vikings 17.
Oh, and I got Minnesota 24, 49ers 17.
All right, what's next?
Let's go to the Philadelphia.
Go
ahead,
Atlanta.
Philadelphia, Atlanta. Go ahead, Sean.
Eagles 28, Falcons 24.
Wow. Josh?
I got the Eagles 31, the Falcons 21.
Wow. Frank?
24-21, close one. The Eagles win by a field goal.
Wow. I guess I'm the only crazy one of the bunch.
Yeah, you are, dude.
Check
You're
this score out. Atlanta 35. Philadelphia 12.
You're weird, dude.
You like that? You like that score? That's a good score.
So you're trying to prove to it's like you're an underdog to the rest of the world.
Correct.
That's right. I am.
Even though both of these games aren't worth a hill of beans to me, I won't be watching Monday night. But heck, I might as well pick up points on that.
We'll be getting more entertaining action from the NFL Red Zone than we will be getting Monday night.
Red Zone rules, dude.
Okay, so we got
All right.
tiebreaker number 2 to get to. Who will score the most points this team? Which team will score the most points this week? Josh?
I'm going to go with the San Diego Chargers.
Wow. Frank?
I'm going to say the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's a joke.
I like that
In
one.
Oakland.
I like that one. Who you going with there, Mr. Sean?
New England Patriots. Close, but need a little bit more.
I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, Mike.
Wow.
Okay, last one. Who will score the fewest points this week? Frank?
I'll go. Oh,
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll take. You know what? I guess I am going to pick the Jacksonville Jackoffs. I mean, Jackoffs.
That's my man right there. I love Frank. Sean?
Thank you. I
Sean?
love all of you.
Sean,
all
who
right.
you
Who
picking?
scores the fewest? The Cleveland Browns.
Ooh. Josh?
My friends, I say the Washington Redskins will score the fewest points
That's
this
actually a
week.
good point.
That's actually a pretty good pick
You're
right
picking
there.
The Browns. Not to Cleveland.
That's actually
a
a
good
pretty good
pick.
pick right there, Josh. I like that. That's a pretty
I
good
like
one.
that one.
You know what? You know who I'm taking? I pretty much take them every single week, every single year. I pretty much take them to score the fewest points every single week. At least I did last year. And I'm starting the season off with a bang this year. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh knew it was coming. Every year I pick them to score the fewest points. I'm doing it again this year. Those are all our picks for the first week in the NFL season.
Even the whistling likes it too. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, I like that, man. Just getting ready for karaoke.
You know what? I got a good idea
I'm
for
teasing,
Hump. For the Hump.
Josh. I'm sorry. I'm teasing.
I got a good idea for the Hump. You know what he should do because he's got all those birds. I'm sure a couple of them must talk. Why does he have one of the birds make his picks for him and go?
That would be
Jacksonville.
that would be pretty cool. I like that.
No,
man.
leave Josh alone with the birds.
I
I
know,
know,
I
they're
love the
annoying as
birds.
crap. Leave them
I
alone.
love the birds. He knows that. I love the birds. Sounds like a basketball game in the background to me. Hey, okay, so week 1, with the first game being Thursday night, the only people in our football pick'em pool that did not get any points was Seth Rollins, the champ, 27.
Yep.
Stokes 5. Gary One Arm Bandit. And Shaba.
Wow.
Oh,
Hey, I got some breaking news.
Go ahead.
I just received an email from Ryan Stickablazing with his official picks for week 1.
Who really
You guys curious?
Sure.
Sure, why
All
not?
right.
Probably take the Cowboys for them.
Ryan Stickablazing is going to go with the Buffalo Bills. Ryan Stickablazing is going to go with the Green Bay Packers. Ryan Stickablazing is going to go with the St. Louis Rams.
Just read the teams. Don't go Ryan Stickablazing is going with this. Just read the teams.
He's going with the Jets, Redskins. He said the Jacksonville Jaguars would beat the Carolina
Well,
Panthers.
that's 2 points we're going to win.
He said Kansas City would win. He said Arizona win, San Diego, Denver, Cincinnati, Tennessee, Dallas, Atlanta, and then Minnesota.
I
I
don't
think
like
he's taking
it.
Dallas just for Jeff.
Hey, stop picking the same teams I am, you stupid hump. At least you picked Washington and Jacksonville, you jackass. That shows you really how much you know about football.
Yeah.
By picking Washington and Jacksonville just proves to everybody here at Sports World Radio how much you do not know about football.
I'm surprised he didn't pick Oakland, too.
Oh, and thank you for listening to the show again today, Mr. Ryan. We know deep down, deep down, you really love the show. I know that. Josh knows that, too.
With Smedley being the winner of last year's Pick'em League,
Yeah.
obviously you'll see him number 1 because obviously he's ranked number 1.
Yeah, because
That's right. That's
yeah.
right. Smedley Pride knows how to get
Okay.
it done.
Whatever.
That's not lasting long.
That's not going to last. That's you know what? That's going to be over by the time Sunday's over.
Hey,
Are you
don't be
sure about
surprised
that?
if Ryan
Nope.
Stickablazing. Listen, don't be surprised if Ryan Stickablazing makes an appearance in the chat room come Monday.
Well, he's not
are you
allowed.
sure
Oh,
about
the only
that? Don't be eating your words.
The only chat room he's allowed in is the sportsworldradio.com chat room.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only chat room he's allowed in. Hey, I want to thank everybody for listening to us tonight. We had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. We'll be back on Monday for our regular edition of Sports World Radio. Until then, my friends, remember, you have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable.
Amen.
Amen.
Peace out, everybody. For Sean Mann, Josh Lopez, Frank Spranko, I'm Jeff Escow. This has been Sports World Radio. Enjoy the football games tomorrow and tomorrow night. We will see you on Monday. Adios, bitches.
Bye, and enjoy the NFL. Week 1 tomorrow.
Shut up.
Listening to Sports World Radio with your hosts, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann. Online at sportsworldradio.com. Sports World Radio, the equal opportunity ripper. We'll catch you next time.